called this whole thing trying to get it rectified and trying to get us all on like, you know, one sheet of music. Now y'all, Trae of all people, these people don't even fuck with me like that sometimes. So for me to call and reach out to 90% of these folks and bring them out so we could have, you know, a little kumbaya moment, I felt like I was really trying.
This is the third time that I'm trying to put this meeting together, and nobody can come.
Okay. At the end of the day, can we all come to a consensus? Hey, we're gonna keep everybody updated because that's what really matters. But then second of all, what we're asking is those people that plan to be there, like we actually plan to be there and actually show up, like we would like to have some appreciation for the event to actually continue to go on because the show does go on.
It does.
Yeah,
it does.
But this is the thing. If I invited this man to come here because the deal with the issue that you had, the deal with the issue that you had, the deal with the issue that Marq had, if y'all not there, it's not resolved. I'm tired. I am tired. I am tired. No. Hold on. I'm tired of planning events and nobody shows up to my events.
Now, Devonta done told me not to miss another meeting. As I told Devonta, I am a grown person with a few jobs, and I apologize repeatedly about missing that meeting. I told him if I hurt his feelings, if I made him feel like I disrespected him, I sincerely apologize, but I can't be everywhere at one time.
So the event on the 14th, I'm not doing it, and I don't care who cares.
Devonta,
if y'all want to put it together,
it's gonna be like that.
I'm not doing it.
Especially since it's more cast members.
The reason why I snap is because Eazy seems like she doesn't understand where I'm coming from. If I tell you that I have a mandatory meeting that every cast member has to attend, and you telling me that it's always gonna be somebody that don't come to the meeting, like it doesn't make any sense. It's almost like they doesn't take this platform, this show, no one takes it seriously. So that's why I got so mad. Like
it's not gonna be like that, because if it's gonna be like that, y'all will not be a cast member. How about that? If y'all can't come to a mandatory fucking meeting, y'all won't be on my fucking show.
I bees there. I bees at every meeting. I may be 30 to 45 minutes late, but I'll be there standing tall.
When Devonta said, you know, if you can't come to a meeting, you won't be on my show, I actually good. That's what I want him to do, to be honest.
This is what the fans was talking about when they said his ass don't know how to separate and either be a cast member or he be trying to merge them together and it just don't be gelling right. However, he a little extra, but I get where he coming from.
I done got kicked out of better places now, Devonta. So if he felt like that's what he wanted, then that's what he want. If he feel like I don't need to be on the next season, that is all up to him. He's the producer, not me. This is show, not mine.
Don't fucking want to. Y'all can't even fucking support me for one fucking event, for one meeting. Fuck it, y'all can walk off the set now and be the fuck on. And I'm serious.
I was like, damn, Shani. I was like, damn, Shani. He said, thank you for your work. You're dismissed. Like, literally, he said that. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, yo, I hope these folks come to this reunion. Cause baby, it don't look like they're gonna be here by that time.
Every person who's involved in any circumstance takes themselves out individually. Meaning, if I'm over this, I'm trying to be understanding for the people who are not. If I'm not over this, I'm trying to be understanding for the people who are. Right. Meaning, if I said I'm coming, regardless of whatever I said I have, it's like the same. I've been taught this because in all the productions I've done, if you're going to be with me, be with me. Period. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. We're all going to be individuals. That's one thing. If we're going to come together, we got to come. You have to do it all. You can't just say I'm going to be an individual and just care about myself, and then I'm going to come together when it's convenient. No, she's right. Nobody's making us do this. Like we can do this, but we got to all understand each other. And this is like we're coming together and saying we're all going to try to figure this out, but then when we get together, it doesn't go nowhere. Like, what are we going to do about that? What are we actually going to do? Are we going to continue to do this and just everybody have their own opinions and then we go away with our own opinions and talk about it in little separate groups? Or are we actually going to come together?
Just observing what I've observed, just sitting here listening, it's a whole lot of ego going on and not a lot of understanding. And I feel like if the egos can be pulled out of it, and like Matt says, if there can just be some empathy. Prime example, I'm gonna put myself in it. I called Devonta Saturday and I said, yo, I overlooked the email I'm gonna be 5 to 10 minutes late, but I'm gonna readjust and I'll be there. Did we not have that conversation? Because at the end of the day, and again, I'm using my shit. Whenever I call Devonta and I ask him to do something, if it's within his willpower to do it, it gets done. You know what I'm saying? This man had 9 days to shoot my concert and literally 36 hours to edit the entire thing so that I could get it in on time. That you have to look at stuff like that when people make those types of sacrifices to help you, and then when the shoe is on the other foot and you blow it off, it shouldn't be like a fuck it type moment. And honestly, from the outside looking in, just between the 3 of y'all, and I'm only speaking to Eazy, Av'ern, and Devonta because y'all were the 2 that canceled, it seemed like more of a fuck it, I could just call in as opposed to respect. Perception. It's not about what the reality is. I'm telling you what the perception looks like.
It is about reality. That's your perception.
But the perception looks baby. Okay.
That's your perception.
Let me ask you.
I apologize for not communicating. I'm done. I apologize for not communicating.
Part of the reason why I'm here, part of the reason why I'm here is really just to hear everyone from a neutral space. Some of you I know, but I don't know that well, so I come really from the most neutral place possible. What I really hear though is that there's a lot of people who are speaking from a place of ego, but it's more than that. It's actually respect. It's actually more of a lack of grace. Let me just ask you a question. How many of you have been late to something before? Hands, yeah. All right. How many of you last minute have had to back out of something you said you would go to? Okay, all right. So you're telling me all of you have had the same experience, have felt the same energy of letting people down, of not showing up on time, of walking in a room late and knowing you were late, feeling that feeling. You all know what it feels like, and yet you're making someone else feel bad about the feeling that you know they feel. Now, you had your own reasons why you were late and why you didn't show up and why you backed out. And they were probably very valid to you in that moment. You probably justified them on every level. You probably had the best excuse you could possibly come up with, and you felt good in yourself to do it. So why can't someone else? See, we in relationships, when we make families like this, when we make families, because you just made a family out of the show, when you make families, you got to understand that there are going to be different characters and different situations, and everyone's going to have their angle, and everyone's going to have their perspective, and everyone's going to have their reason why they're here. So let's do this. If you really want healing, I think you have to, the people who have been brought high have to come low, and the people who have been put low have to come high. And there has to be an equality amongst the group, even with strong personalities, even with strong egos. There has to be a checks and balances. You know you got friends that you're closer to inside of this group, right? Everybody got their little cliques inside. All right, but the cliques got to check each other. You got to be cool with telling your partner, look, you're getting a little too loud right now. Like the way you just spoke, and the way my own girl spoke, and the way you got loud, like that's not how you talk to real people. You are entrepreneurs, you are professionals, you are black people, you are on TV, and you chose to be a light in the community. There is a lot of energy that is focused in one or two directions, but not spread out amongst everybody else.
Everybody has issues amongst each other that they don't want to talk about, but they talk about it behind each other's back, or they have a lot of stuff to say about people behind their back, but they don't say it into their face.
So what's number one?
So, I don't know. What'd you say, Phyll?
If there's something, you got somebody.
I can't really hear you. Hold on. Let me see if I can up the speaker.
This man trying to trick. This man say something to me, y'all. His ass ain't here. I swear to God.
So speak his name.
And first of all, I'm hearing something to the right over here. So y'all, let's get this shit out. Come on.
We saying we can't hear. That's what we saying.
Out,
we can't hear.
Get this thing out.
Well,
please.
Well, go ahead and say his name. Go ahead. You have an issue
See,
with Marq.
y'all both saying the same shit. See.
I have an issue with Marq right now.
So what's the issue?
Let's talk about it. Grown man, talk about it.
I'll see.
Use your words.
I'll see.
Use your words.
I'll see.
Hold on.
Okay, hold on.
So y'all don't see us over here filming.
Okay.
Rachel, say it again.
So he said he had an issue with
Rachel,
you putting your hands on him.
Okay.
And turning around to the club.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you a chance to explain yourself.
We'll
Because he said he didn't know y'all had a problem.
We don't have a problem. When I see him, we'll talk. We don't have an issue.
Just say what was it? What was
He
it?
had the issue with me, so he said what the
He said
issue
he didn't have
was.
an issue with you,
He was
Marq.
coming to get you.
If you leave from in front of my face and you go
But
talk
if you
about
put
what
your
the
hands
problem
on
is,
somebody
when you
and turn them around and
he
say,
had
go
and
home.
he had every opportunity to say something to me right
But
then
why
and
would
there.
you do that?
Can you listen?
Why would
listen.
you do that?
I apologize for putting my hands on you.
Okay.
Well, I didn't feel like everybody was getting up on Marq. I think that Marq kind of set the tone in the situation. You know, if we talk about the conversation that we had at the club, I mean, you said we were talking about your situation with Phyll, and even to me, personally, I can't talk about what he said to everybody else, so I don't really know what everybody else's issue with Marq. I didn't really have an issue with Marq. I just don't like when people say, oh, I don't know what's going on, or I never had this conversation before, and then it's a completely different story once we find out. You know, at the park, you said you apologized for putting your hands on him, but at the club, you said you never had a conversation with this man in a day of your life. So, you know, if I had something to say, I'm just like, if you're gonna do some shit, own it. If you say, yo, I put my hands on him, and so what? Okay, great. I can respect that.
I never got a personal apology for that.
Well, I'll apologize when I see you, and you apologize to me.
What am I apologizing for?
Because Phyll, you okay? If we had an issue right then, let me see the phone. Let me see the phone. Phyll, if we had an issue, Phyll. See, I don't want to do this FaceTime thing, Phyll. I can't.
Yo, man, you have your boyfriend in this station.
The phone is breaking up and he's talking. I'm trying to talk to get my point across. He's not letting me talk. It's breaking up and paused and reconnecting, and here you go. Just get the phone back.
Even get a word out. Like every time I get ready to damn say something, so I'll see him when I see him. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. And we too grown for this. You went around saying you had a problem with me and you can't own that shit. That's what that is. You had a problem with me. It wasn't no issue. If you had a problem, you should have said something then. I'll see you when I see you. He won't even let me get a word out because he knows he's wrong.
What he's saying
I wasn't even trying to do this.
like,
I'm not
you
even
went
trying to
around
go there. It's
saying
not
that
even
you had an
working. We
issue
too
with
grown
him.
for this.
I feel like your age definitely plays a part in your immaturity. So do I think that the situation was very immature? Absolutely.
Like for real, if it was an issue, I didn't know it was an issue until people was coming to me saying it was an issue. You had every opportunity to say something, and I would have apologized because when I thought about it, I said, damn, that wasn't right for me to put my hands on him. I don't know him like that. But in the moment, it had nothing to do with you. You shouldn't have went around saying anything about Marq, and Marq was in the same room as you.
Let me say this for him on out. Y'all consider y'all actions and gestures. We all not the same folks.
But when we're in the moment, like I said, I could have apologized because the situation.
Consider the people around you, how they would receive what you put out.
But easy, like I said, in the moment, right? We were in the moment. I said to Phyll, I said, hey, you know, we trying to get this worked out. We'll be in a second.
I know he's talking about you ain't
and I said
as
that
a neutral party.
before I even got to the section, people were saying Phyll saying that we got into it. I'm like, when did we get into it?
As a neutral party, because I wasn't even outside when it happened. As a neutral party, number one, you can't control how
or when a person addresses something that you do to offend them. That's number one. And number two.
Thank you. You can't control how I react. And number two, he shouldn't have been.
Your hands on somebody.
But why was he? Okay,
but
that's
if you
the situation.
okay, so if he had come back
why was
to
he
you,
going around to everybody but Marq?
That's not
Why
true.
was he going around to Marq before I got to the stage? He had
that's
already
not true, though.
said he got into it. He said he had an issue with me. It is true because so I'm just making this up. So
hold on,
please tell me what reason I have to make this up.
We were smart.
I do kind of feel like Marq was making excuses in that very moment, and maybe that was him feeling attacked because this is the first time the group has ever like just been on him, and that could be very overwhelming. However, people would have respected you more like, hey, I messed up. I made a mistake. My bad. I'm sorry. And we could have moved on. But all that extra this and that and this and that, it doesn't matter. It didn't matter. So
let's back it up for a
I didn't
second.
want to hear that.
What I said,
I said I don't want to hear that
and
shit because this is girl birthday.
And I told him to calm down. And I told him to calm down.
But let's be real. But listen to me.
But Marq, what if he
why
had
would you be standing in the bathroom talking about me
what if
after
he-
I walked
okay,
out of
hold
the
on.
bathroom?
But what if he had
Please
come back?
tell me.
Hold on. So you
Get outta here.
so
It ain't
you
no
put your
excuse.
hands on
It
him,
ain't no
and
excuse.
he
Get
comes
outta
back
here.
to you, and
y'all
it escalates.
stuck on. Y'all stuck, and y'all are trying to make it seem like I put my hands on him aggressively. I have already explained.
Physically touching somebody is aggression.
And I have said that after I went back and thought about it, I was wrong.
So why are you
I
yelling
had
at
no
me?
issue
But if
with
he had
admitting
come
it.
back to you that night, but if he had
y'all
come back
trying
to
to
you
get
that
me out
night
of
trying to talk about it and it escalates, then what?
It wasn't gonna escalate. We too grown for this,
How did
though.
you know it wasn't gonna escalate? That man was
We are
offended.
too grown for this. Why the hell would you go around as a grown person talking about somebody that's in the same room with you? Get out of here. Please. And I can't even talk to him. Get out of here.
The reason why I got so mad at Marq is because he's doing all this talking about what Phyll said behind his back, but you had just had a conversation with me about Blue. You was talking about her behind her back. So if you want to keep it real, let's keep it real across the board.
So I'm sitting here and I'm watching the back and the forth, and I'm watching, and Byron's just sitting here, and I'm just like, you supposed to be Iyanla. What the hell you doing? Like,
This particular meeting, we're supposed to have all the issues on the table, so let's put them all on the table.
What you got to say about Blue then, since you want to talk
What do I have to say about Blue, Devonta? Please tell me, what do I have to say about Blue? I told you how the situation went down that night.
Devonta going on, Marq going on, Phyll on the phone going off. It was just too much going on at one time.
I told you how the situation went down that night. I didn't say nothing out of the way about Blue. I didn't say nothing out of the way about Blue. I told you the same thing I said to Av'ern, the same thing I told Rachel. I told them how the situation went down that night.
Rachel. No, you stay.
I had to leave. I don't know what Devonta wanted me to stay for because honey, look, it didn't have nothing to do with me. It wasn't nothing else to talk about at that point. I was just laughing.
Out of here. I'm not no damn wrong. I told y'all the situation went down. I told y'all the situation went down. Come on now. Man.
You going around telling everything to people. You can't do that.
Going around and telling what? Going around and telling what?
Say what you got to say. No, so you want to talk about the
Is
other
that
shit.
true?
Say what you got to say.
Devonta, you know, you full of shit. You full of shit. You full of shit. It's okay.
I'm trying to figure out what issue I have with Blue, aside from the fact that I said that she was wrong for how she did me outside the club. That's the only thing that I've said.
It's cool. It's all good. I ain't talked about no damn everybody, man. Come on, I got too much stuff going on in my life to be talking about everybody.
Devonta, really? Like, you didn't learn from last time?
Everybody.
Well, that's fine.
Devonta, get out of here, please. I'm not gonna even. So you throwing my stuff at me like that is so disrespectful. Bro, that's fucked up. Oh no. I'm not, because that's so disrespectful.
Okay. So I took my clothes off and threw them on the ground or at Marq. And I have no idea why that happened. I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I got to that level. It's only one thing that I can say why I did that. I was sipping. I was sipping real good too because Av'ern, little drunk ass, go come and try to take some of my drink. So what I did was I poured literally half of it was like a fifth or I don't know. Well, anyway, I poured half of it in there because he's a drunk. And so I didn't want him to drink my shit. So I poured most of it in my cup and was like, here you go. And before you know it, I was drunk.
When he took that shirt and that hat off,
I was like, Devonta, put your shirt on.
At this point, I was dumbfounded. My mouth was open. I was just really going back and forth like Av'ern did last year on the couch. I was like, what is going on?
Devonta taking his shirt on off. I thought him and Marq were gonna fight for a second. It was just a lot going on.
I said, oh Lord, it's about to be a fight. It was so sad. And you could see the devastation in Marq's eyes, like, damn, like, I know I fucked up, but damn, you ain't have to throw my goddamn t-shirt and my hat at me, bro. Like, damn, like, and it was fucked up.
I was like, okay, well, wait a minute. You know, they not gonna fight out. As long as they don't fight, I'm good.
Devonta done took this damn shirt. Truth be told, it was so much going on at the moment. I don't even really know the exact wording that happened before that made him this. Y'all, we in the middle of Piedmont and you taking your clothes off, throwing them at folks. This ghetto. You acting like we down there somewhere in College Park. Ain't nobody got time for this.
Oh my God, like, I can't believe you just really took these clothes off and threw them on the ground. Shame on you. So disrespectful on many levels.
I knew he meant business when he said, no, take this shirt and threw that thing down on the ground. That was so disrespectful, y'all. That was so on so many different levels. That was so disrespectful. I was like, baby, woo, something about to happen tonight. I was scared.
I just hope that we can get a hold and a grip on our emotions, because when alcohol, that's another thing. Alcohol is always involved with the On the Way Up crew. And that's cool. We love to turn up. We love to have fun. But when it comes to business, I think that we need to reel it in because it's too much.
At this point, I'm over this. It's a couple things that I don't stand for. One of those things is disrespect. I have never, ever disrespected anybody in this group in any kind of way. I think out of everybody, I've been the peacemaker and the person trying to bring everybody together. So yeah, at this point, you can count me out. This is exactly why I haven't been in the mix, and this is the reason why I'm going to stay out of the mix, because I don't need any type of extra drama in my life, especially when I've done nothing to anybody.
Marq did not deserve that. Marq has been nothing but a friend, a brother to me, and I look at him like a little brother.
Oh, you're good.
Oh, thank you.
Well, for one, I really appreciate you.
No, I appreciate you
always help me
too.
out.
Oh, thank you.
That I do, so.
Oh, I love it.
And you pre-ordered, so.
I know. Thank you so much. Because it ain't even out yet, right?
It's not out yet.
Wow.
This is the first batch.
His stuff that at that point, I'm gonna keep it real. He gave me that and told me I didn't even have to pay for it. Of course, since I threw it out and threw it on the ground, I decided to go, let me send him a little cash out, because if you disrespect me and I don't give you something free, bitch, you go pay for this. So I decided to send him he didn't ask for nothing, he didn't ask for no money, but I decided to do that because that was very disrespectful. And I'm sorry. I told you I'm sorry several times. I don't know where our relationship is gonna go from here. I just hope that he can forgive me and, charge it to the game, blame it on the alcohol, blame it on everything else that was going on. But that was very wrong. That was very disrespectful, and I'm sorry.
You want to see more drama from the park? Well, if so, tune in next Monday for an extended version of the chaos.
you have a problem that you need to handle. That ain't got a motherfucking thing to do with me.
Only on the Way Up Entertainment.
I remember holding you so.
That notebook ain't gonna talk back. Right. And it damn sure ain't gonna get you no ass. Find yourself a woman.
Good night, Sherry.
I've been waiting for you to come over here since you walked through the door.
Well, I apologize for keeping you waiting, Ms.
Christy Scott.
I actually used to sing here.
You used to sing here at Destiny.
Yeah.
Why so sad? We got all the time in the world.
Yeah, freezing. Oh, okay. Gentlemen, yes. Well, thank you, kind sir.
And I left my jacket with her, and I forgot to get her phone number, so here I am.
I know good night, but you gonna see me tonight. And you better come correct. You better come with your A game.
And if I mess it up,
Now, you know,
sense.
I'm telling you right now. Listen to me. Get off my property. Get out of here now. Now.
And if you're really here, then I'll make it clear. It's my job to get you to see that I like those fingerprints. I like them painted all over my skin. I like the way you kiss. I like to.
Why be the star when the director calls all the shots? So today I decided to give my friend Mango a chance. She said that she wanted to be on my series that I'm working on, Being, and she has a story to tell. So I'm gonna give her the floor and the chair, and let's hear her story. Talk with your hands. Let me see something.
Being, scene one, take one.
I want you to start off by saying being and then fill in the blank.
Being a black woman in America. To me, being a black woman in America means being the support system for everybody, but never having a support system for myself. It's like I have to have everybody on my back, but when it comes to me, I don't have that same support.
So what's your relationship like with your siblings?
Well, I tried to reach out to my siblings on my father's side, but they have his attitude, and I guess you could say I'm the black sheep all around because they don't know me, and it's like, well, he has 11 children, 12. He has 12 children, and I think I'm number 10.
So overall, today was pretty good. Mango's still just not giving me what I need her to give me, and I think it's because she's not really understanding exactly what being is supposed to be about. But I'm gonna work with her a little bit more, and hopefully we can come back and we can put her story together because, I mean, she definitely has a story to tell. So I decided I wanted to take a break because I do want to talk to Mango about everything that went on that night because that was a lot. Wow.
Good.
So what's going on with you?
Huh?
I said, what's going on with you? You okay?
No.
What's wrong?
My apartment flooded, and my
I know. No, we're not gonna say that. I know. So it's okay.
Okay.
I'm going through a lot of stuff.
For me?
Me? Oh, you remember what just happened?
I know. You still good?
Well,
You'll never be good.
I'm trying to just tough it out, but like this shit, that was a lot. Like that was a lot.
You want to talk about it?
Not really. But I feel like I'm distracted. I don't feel like I'm focused enough in there.
What are you distracted by?
I just got all this stuff on my mind. Like I just been thinking, cause I was like, dang, like am I a bad person? You know? Cause like, it makes you start to think like, why could? Cause it just seemed like it was so much animosity and stuff. So I was just like, am I really like a bad person?
Like, you really out here attacking all these people?
Right, but I'm not though.
So what you gonna do?
What should I do? Well, we going to Rachel's party tomorrow. We didn't even get to tell them
about the show.
About the show.
If we filming it, like what we supposed to do, I get the games and stuff.
We gotta get it together, but we gonna set a date because I want them to be involved. You know, they can, even if we don't do a panel, they can just be a part of like the audience or whatever we do.
True.
So we gotta make sure we talk about that tomorrow. But I don't know what to expect going in here because it was like everybody was like, oh, attack Marq, talk about. And then it's like, but you coming on Saturday, right? So.
With y'all being a family, people gotta learn to set their personal issues aside because for all y'all to be black business owners, y'all can't be out here acting foolish. Like, I know y'all are humans too, but it's like, come on. Like, one thing, you know, they always think us black people carrying on, so it's like, don't
we giving them a reason.
Yes, but it's like, but white people carry on too. But I'm just saying.
Well, we going to this party on Saturday. We just gonna see how it goes.
Yeah.
Cause I damn sure ain't going by myself at this point.
Y'all hashed out everything.
You keep saying that, but you was there. I don't feel like.
I mean, the media ain't really saying y'all.
That mediator left. That mediator said, y'all got too much going on.
He said, yeah, he was like,
I looked and then I turned and I looked back and he was gone.
He was like, okay, let's be peaceful. Then it was like, Marq, and it was like, oh shit.
Marq, you got it, bro.
Like,
he said, Marq, you can handle your own.
No, he had fixed the hat. Like,
I spent my career in the shadows. Now I'm stepping into the spotlight, shining bright. I am Mayday Muse. So today, finally, we get to film and shoot my music video. I'm so excited because we've been talking about it for 5 months. You know, Nadira has been working her ass off to try to get everything done for me. You know, I can be very demanding and very, you know, like high energy when it comes to this stuff. I'm always calling, making sure this is right, making sure this is done, making sure we got this. You know, I'm very hands-on when it comes to my music video. So we get to shoot it. We're going out on the belt line to kind of get this scene going. I got the girls ready. I got the guys coming in, and we're gonna just make this thing happen. My team is ready, and it's gonna be fire. I'm excited.
Right like that, por favor, or right. You got it right, Crystal.
Right now, I'm just excited. It's good to have somebody kind of in control and seeing things from a different eye. I'm always the guy doing that, so it's good to kind of just be in the midst of it. And the girls are doing their thing. We got the smoke. We got people watching. Everybody's standing around with their phones out, just kind of seeing what we're doing. And we're kind of putting on a show aside from recording this video. I feel great. Like, I think this is going to be fire.
Here we go. Come up. 1, 2, 3, go. Go, stop. 2, 2. Hey, run it down. Hey, rock it out. Rock it out.
So I really wanted to make sure I involved my friends. All these guys who are in this scene with me are my friends. We worked together for years. We toured together. Some of us were in Coachella with Beyonce together, and these are educated HBCU attendees and graduates, and we all were in the marching band, and we kind of wanted to make sure I put that part of my roots because that's where I came from. You know, I went to Alabama A&M University. I marched with the band. I went to Cedar Grove High School, marched with the band there. I wanted to bring those elements of stuff that I grew up with and my roots into my artistry, like just subtle little hints, even though, you know, everybody's gonna know where I came from, but people who don't know, they probably wouldn't know that about me. So when they see that, they're like, oh, that's interesting. They can relate to that. I was in the band, or I like music like that, or my son, my dad, whatever was in the band. So I just wanna bring a different element that people don't necessarily do. Want to be a little different and just stick to my roots.
So we got a little bit of a thing. So we have 4 dancers at the household, and unfortunately one of our dancers went through a car accident. Yeah, this morning she's okay, but she's not going to be able to make it. So we definitely got to do a few modifications to the choreography.
Which one?
I don't know if you know the Taylor. Longer hair. She had on the green.
Green, Lady Green.
Yeah. She had on green. So we have to do without her. I mean, we can make it work with the other ladies. I know they're very professional.
So one of my girls is not going to be here. She got in a car accident, and I hate to hear that. It's a little stressful just because in a situation where you plan and you have a vision for looking for stuff, especially since, you know, I am the visionary for this visual. It's a little frustrating. I don't wish, you know, any harm on anybody, and I want everybody to get better. But I just wish that my initial plans would have come together, but we're just gonna have to reset and change things up. You know, Nadira is the bomb when it comes to reassessing. It's just the professionalism in her and myself. So to try to shape things up and make them work for whatever's gonna be best for this new visual, because we're shooting today, okay? We're not changing nothing, we're shooting today.
2, 3, Mayday!
I just wanted to show my appreciation to my team, everybody who came out to support. It's an amazing feeling, like when you start off with a little tiny idea and it just blows up into a big production, and you get so many people who are just excited and interested about being a part of your project just because they know that you do good work. Like, I can't ask for more, you know. So I just want to tell everybody how appreciative I am, and, you know, thank them for coming out and just being supportive regardless of what else we got going on. Everybody's gonna get credit for it, man. It's gonna be a dope project. Once I put it out, like, I'm just excited to see what comes up. I know there's a lot going on, but the whole pandemic stuff, I think it's inspired. Like, this is my first real video, so y'all, this little tiny seed that came into a real dream, I appreciate it.
You did it!
Hey, y'all helped me. Congratulations, man.
Good job, great job, everybody.
Greatest crew, man. Appreciate y'all. As soon as it comes out, everybody's getting their credits, okay? Devonta got a chance to catch the last part of the video shoot. You know, he always is gonna come out and support what I do, so I always appreciate him. But he also brought up the situation that happened with him and Marq at the park, and, you know, I had my thoughts about it. I was kind of over it. I came to the park over it just because I had to cut my rehearsal short to be there, and then I just feel like it was orchestrated to be some shit. I mean, not trying to be rude or say anybody's thing that they planning is all for naught, but it was some bullshit.
Tuesday was a little crazy.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Hopefully me and Marq can iron everything out.
Have y'all talked?
I text. I apologize.
Was he receptive or what?
He didn't respond back the first, and then he responded like 3 days later, and he said that we would talk.
Do you feel like he has something that he needs to apologize for?
No, I feel like I don't know where it came from. I'm just gonna be honest with you, because I mean, of course, I was a little frustrated that he, you know, didn't. He said something about me to Boo, didn't say it to her, but it wasn't. He didn't deserve everything that happened.
No,
you know, and then when you really look at it from his point of view, everybody was attacking him. Not attacking him, but it was just like beat up on Marq Day, and that wasn't even the main issue.
I think I'll be honest with you, like being there, it may seem like beat up on Marq Day,
but everybody
had a comment to say, and it was just he happened to be in the wrong part of the situation at the wrong time, and so it wasn't like nobody was like, I'm coming here to make sure I say something to Marq. It's just
right,
like,
and that's
because the issue that I had was the fact that when we had the conversation outside the club, like I'm leaving, minding my business, and I get caught up in the middle of it, and you're telling me that you didn't have a conversation or anything with Phyll at all.
Right.
But it turns out you actually pushed them. So I'm like, I can't like vouch for you in that moment, but at the same token, you know, everybody does whatever for whatever reason. They say whatever and then they get through it. But I was just like, if we're all gonna be grown people and be honest, just own up to it. Like the stuff was too fresh. Everything was going on. Shit was gonna hit the fan. It was gonna hit the fan. So I mean, talking to Devonta about it, you know, me and him as friends, like I can tell him straight up, he was wrong. He knows he was wrong.
I think when I took the shirt off.
Yeah, that was definitely over the top.
I wasn't expecting to do that. Like, I didn't even.
Yeah, that's no.
I had blanked out for a second. I ain't even gonna lie, because I was like, Gelita, I didn't.
That's his brand, and I would be.
That's what I'm saying,
so.
and that's why, like I was telling Gelita and Destiny, like for the last I didn't really get any sleep until like Thursday night. Like I was waking up, and it was like I would just have vision of me taking my shirt off and throwing it at him, and I'm like,
guilty conscience.
That is wrong. Like that, and you know, like I said, I apologize to him, and I don't know how I'm gonna be able to make it up, because not only that, like I just feel like you know, Marq was like my little brother. Like if my little film brother, you know, I encourage him, but how somebody who you look up to is gonna do that to you for no reason. So
you just gotta do something to restore his trust. I definitely understand his standpoint, because when you put together a production and you're doing stuff and people start pulling on you left and right and canceling on you left and right, you know, it's frustrating. It's extremely frustrating, and you get your emotions high. You know, I've been cussing people out before for doing less shit than that. Me personally, I can't speak for the rest of the group, but nobody has any personal vendetta. I was just saying there was no excuse for that situation that occurred. And yeah, you did it, okay, just own your shit.
And I think if you would have did that, nothing of this would happen.
But I think that once you start representing and wearing somebody's brand, and when he takes the shirt off and stuff, it's just like, yo, don't embarrass yourself. Don't do too much, man. It's we have moments, everybody gets into their feelings, but we gotta respect each other at the end of the day.
I should know by now if you've been feeling me. Going back and forth is such a mystery. Waiting's not been good for my anxiety. And hanging on to thoughts is really killing me. But I thought about you yesterday, it came up in a dream. Dreaming of the fantasy that you could be with me. Stepping out your current situation is the key. I would be the better man, so you just wait and see. I know I'm sounding really bold, but the secret's getting really old. Stopping me from playing hide and seek. I guess I see you in my dreams. I can give you all of me. Got you playing hide and seek. Know that you're my fantasy. Guess I see you in my dreams. I can give you all of me. Got you playing hide and seek. Know that you're my fantasy. Guess I see you in my dreams. I'm not giving up on you that easily. Playing my emotions, really guessing me.
When it comes to Trae, what you see is what you get. And what you don't see, well, it's none of your business.
Hey, we're back. You listen to the Hey Mikey Show with K-Star. What's up, K?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
I'm done with you already. Yeah, we're still right here with our interview with Mr. Trae Morris.
Hey, y'all, what's going on? Thank y'all. Today, I am interviewing with the Hey Mikey Show, WTT Radio, which is streamed through iHeartRadio. And Carl's a co-host on the show. And so, you know, I'm out here promoting my project, my multiple projects at this point. And, you know, Mikey's always a good time. He wasn't able to make the concert, so he hit me. He was like, bro, we got to get you in the studio. I was like, set it up. I'm here. Let's do it.
Trae, talk to me about your reality show. It's called On the Way Up, correct?
It is, yeah.
And y'all about to go into y'all second season?
We are midway through filming second season, season 2, yeah.
First season was pretty interesting. I know you got into it with somebody you was trying to teach him how to sing. And it was a song that he did about his mother, and you had critiques about it, and he was kind of crying and hurt. That's the part I saw.
Let me tell you.
Like, it was, let me tell you, Trae Morris was like, I don't know this, I don't know that.
See, now, I've been to a couple of their filmings. What y'all seen on first season, child, that is pity pat. This new season, with that 600 people cast,
y'all ain't fighting.
You best believe the drama.
I am not fighting anybody. I have not gotten into it with a single individual. Oh, these motherfuckers are crazy.
Let me tell y'all just.
It's going to be a good watch.
I made a mistake of fighting on a reality show, and it is something that I sincerely regret, because it took me out of my element. And let's try to talk to people or walk away from them or cuss them off.
You ain't got to, y'all.
But let's not be fighting them on camera.
Especially on camera. You can't say something to somebody and then turn around and change your story later and somebody, well, oh, I didn't say or I didn't do. Baby, it's recorded. Whatever I said behind your back, I can say it to your face. And it seems to be like a whole lot of not being able to keep that same energy in people's face that you have behind their back. But like I said, I ain't in no drama. I'm doing this season what I did last season, which was work and mind my damn business.
So do you think reality TV has, did anything positive? Has it helped you? Like, how do you think it's helping your career?
It's absolutely helped me because it's introduced me and my music to new audiences. I'm honestly not. Yeah, that's why I signed up for it because I'm an artist at the end of the day. And I never want to get lost in or people lose the artist for the personality. I am not a TV personality. I am an artist and I am an actor who happens to be on a reality show. There's a difference.
Come on now.
And at the end of the day, whether or not I'm on a reality show, I have a product, I have a talent, and I'm gonna keep hustling. There are a lot of people who are on reality TV with no talent, no product, and nothing to contribute except for mess, drama, and trying to gain camera time. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, it's been positive. I can't speak for nobody else's brand, but for me, I got my ass on there and I did what I said I was gonna do. I didn't have to pop off a couple times on some people, but y'all saw that already. But outside of that, I mind my business, I work, and that just be what it be.
Let me tell you something, y'all. I'm not very impressed when people talk often, but that was very impressive to me.
Well, thank you.
I love how you broke that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
That was damn good. That was quite dandy, as my granddaddy would say.
Come on, dandy.
That was quite dandy. We said when it just
quite dandy, granddaddy.
He said, we're not the same. This is what I am, and this is what I happen to do.
Right.
There's a difference.
Exactly. My thing is you can't compete where you don't compare. And so I'm not gonna step down from where I'm at to address you in some mess that you're trying to perpetuate to gain some clout.
That's real Mariah.
You really can't. I'm not gonna use my platform to give clout to somebody who would otherwise not have that attention. I'm not finna do it. My platform is just that for me to promote my work and my music. You get what I'm saying? I'm not finna do it. I'm a pull up on you in person type of person.
Okay.
So talk to us about foreplay. What part of foreplay turns you on? What do you like to do when you're doing foreplay?
Mikey threw me off with the question about my sex life because that is not something I talk about. So that kind of caught me off guard, which I don't really typically get caught off guard.
So I don't even really know how to answer that question. So what turns me on when I love
Not you embarrassed.
Yo, I ain't shy. Bruh, my mama watching this interview. No, if we're being completely honest, it's all about the vibe. And so I'm at an age now where if we don't really vibe like that, I ain't, he not really gonna fuck with you like that. It ain't just the physical, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't choose this lifestyle. This lifestyle chose me. And right now, I'm living every moment of it. So today I'm meeting with my girls who know me very well. They know how to get under my skin really well. That's Claudia, that's Aisha. They are just gonna give it to me straight every time I ask them something or every time they know that something's going on with me.
I'm not fussing with nobody.
So you're not gonna fuss with somebody who comes at you?
Probably not. I don't have time for that.
Okay, I just gotta get a couple of words in.
I'll press charges. I'm not about to,
Probably about a week. It was a week ago because that was Blue's birthday. Blue is one of my classmates. We celebrated her birthday. Now, I'm just asking a question now. And answer me if you think it's okay. I'm summoned to go to the door to go help somebody to come into the door, right? He takes both of his hands, puts them on my shoulder, turns me around, and pushes me back through the door.
like to redirect you?
Yeah, shut the hell up. What are you here for? Pushes me through the door. Opens the door, by the way, pushes me through the door. Is that okay? Is it okay?
It's never okay to put your hands on anyone.
Okay. I said that. Never okay to put your hands on anyone. then what do you do in that situation?
Sometimes I just need a little push because I be standing still. And I be blocking the door.
Well, I was
I
gonna
wasn't
say,
blocking the door, I was
Phillip,
helping.
it really depends on the situation because again,
I wasn't irate.
I was gonna say we know you, so he could have been like this. Hey, sir, we need you to go this. What you putting your
That
hands
was
on
not
me?
the way it came off. No, that was not the way it came off. The way it came off was he took both of his hands and turned me around and pushed me through the door. That's the way it went.
But sometimes you do need a little guidance.
Was it crowded?
It was crowded at the front door. Yes, it was.
Okay.
It was. We were in a club.
Did he do it to anybody else?
No.
Yes, he did. Phillip.
No, he didn't. I just walked up there. He did not do it to anybody else. I was the
All
only
right,
one.
what
he
did you
it to.
do? That's really what we needed here.
And here we go again.
This is always a question I'm posed. Like, okay, we know what they did. What did you do? They always attack me with that. And I know that I have triggers too. And I know that things happen. And I know that I could probably go off the left end. But sometimes I'm not the one in the wrong.
I just feel like everybody wants to pick with me because of my personality. And because my personality is so abroad, I feel like people take that and they run with it and they take it like it's some kind of stepping stool or they...
No, what it may be is they know how you are. And so to get something out of you, they're gonna take you there. And to be the bigger person, and I'm gonna still have the same stance. Love you to death, but sometimes you have to be the bigger person and just dead it, like not say anything. Like okay, so you vented, and then what happened?
I vented,
Nothing.
but I vented out of the section. I did not vent in the section.
I get it, but you know who you're venting to, rather you're in the section or
Right,
outside of the section.
I vented and did a one-on-one, but when I got back to the section...
There is no such thing as a one-on-one ever in a crowd.
If they see something in that situation that I explain is so far out of who I am, they will tell me that I'm in the wrong.
I get it.
What it is
but
I'm not saying this is any different
I feel like
from
there's people that
Houston,
have underlying issues with
but
me for
Atlanta's
no reason.
a different type of beast
It
here.
is. It
And
is.
here's the other thing. You're trying to build a connection, a network base, regardless of what industry you're trying to get
My foot in
into.
somebody's ass.
And that's the problem. So
I've been around Phillip sometimes, and like the last time when the issue popped off, he literally was like to himself.
I'm not saying he's like that all the time, but I'm saying from the little bit of things that I have experienced here and there, you could have come out different by biting your tongue.
You're right.
That's all.
He can always bite his tongue, but sometimes with the crowd that he hangs around and the people that want to be a part of his life, they contribute to that factor.
Then you gotta switch that circle up.
And I've told him that, like, you're going to another level, sometimes you need to be around people that's at your level, not under you. And some of the people are still under you, so they want to keep you down low. And then as they see you steady grow, it's like, oh, wait a minute, Phillip is moving, he's doing this, he's doing that. Oh, let me take him back a step or two, you know? And you are so past that already. Like, that stuff that they doing, we did that
It just kind of, I
10
guess,
years ago.
and don't get me wrong, because both of you are very genuine ladies in my life, because y'all don't take sides. And if you did, we wouldn't even be sitting here, because I don't need somebody to be a yes man for me or take sides for me.
Sometimes we're so full of ourselves and where we're trying to go, what our agenda is, what the goals are. We think we popping, we doing it, but maybe we really aren't. And we need to like step back and humble ourselves a little bit. Exactly.
You know how you and Jasmine.
Right.
I get it, but y'all know I never walk around here like I'm just so like this cocky person. Like,
But if you're
I'm
always
just better than
perceived
everybody.
that way, or often perceived that way,
Is that my fault?
It is to a certain extent. The same way it might
Because
be
I wanna
my
carry
fault.
myself with a higher
My
standard?
point is, if I walk around and I'm always told I have a resting bitch face, maybe I do. It's not even on purpose. Maybe the Botox is wearing off. I don't know. But if I'm trying to get to a certain level or point, then maybe I need to adjust this resting bitch face, because maybe I really do.
And it's not a matter of you're in the wrong or not, it's self-criticism. And sometimes we don't see that when we feel like we're so confident in what we're doing. Because we might be confident in what we're doing, but we may not totally be there the way we think we are.
You know what? I had my girls around me. One was in Chanel, one was in Louis, and the world is good today. So we all had a great time.
So you posted some stuff. I'm all about body positivity.
I already know where this is going. I already know where this is going.
Extremely big about that.
Okay.
I have to be because I'm part of a community of people who pretty much get disenfranchised, not recognized, and become disreputable simply because of their body size.
Right.
And I'm fighting for a better world where people are given opportunity by their talent and not what they look like.
Okay.
And when I say opportunity, I mean like on every level, emotional, spiritual, relationship-wise.
Opportunity is opportunity.
Opportunity is opportunity.
Right.
And so for me, when I was just disappointed when you posted one where you said, and I have to generalize and paraphrase it because, like I said, when I was looking at your Facebook, the post was gone.
I mean, if it's the post that I'm thinking of, then I will be able to regurgitate what I said.
Okay, so pretty much when you said, I don't understand why people who don't work out or are fat or big or something like that.
That ain't what I said, but continue.
Get an attitude when somebody who does work out or is physically fit reject them or don't want to have something to do with them. Like, I work out really hard to have this body.
Because my thing is, you don't show any type of unction to, be physically fit and you already know that this person, that's what they're into, that sort of thing. Unless they're insulting to you, or, if they just politely say, you know what, hey, you're not my type, I'm not interested, just accept that and move on. Why do you have to get mad because, they don't want me because I'm plus size, they don't want me because I'm whatever. At the end of the day, people have a right to have a preference in whom they're attracted to. Now, it becomes a problem, like you said, when it turns into bashing, when it turns into belittling someone. But someone having a preference to not date somebody who doesn't practice the same types of physical attributes and physical traits that they practice, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Well, the problem with that is preferences for chicken or fish and not for human beings.
Oh.
And then when it comes down to preference, as people like to say, it's deeply rooted in white supremacy.
I disagree with that statement.
Let me finish.
I have a question for you.
I definitely disagree with that. I definitely disagree with that. I disagree with that.
Boy that has a preference. He doesn't like small girls. He like only thick girls.
Okay.
Like he will only date thick girls.
Boom. That's a preference.
Fat girls. He only date fat girls.
That's a preference.
What would you say? Would this same thing will go with
you don't apply preference to when it comes to human beings.
Yes, you can. How do you tell your wait though? How can you tell your loins that we gonna have to be attracted to somebody because
you've been socialized and indoctrinized your entire life to think that a certain thing is ideal and you should always go for that, and that this is top tier and that this is not. And I'm trying to explain where that comes from.
My
situation is I just didn't like the way that you put it out there, and it came off as real like big people or thick people are nasty or whatever.
That's not how that. That's not it. If you know me and you've been around me, then you already know that that ain't even my mindset.
Commented on it, y'all. Let me tell y'all something.
Well, I'm thinking my DMs be popping.
Okay. Well, that's good for you, but I'm trying to have a conversation with him about this. Okay. And what I'm trying to say is like it was just very disappointing to me.
That I spoke on preference?
No, that you proposed it in a way of where it was problematic to be a bigger size.
I think I did not pose it as it being problematic. What I said was the same
because
way you don't.
Healthy. It's not.
I never said that. What I'm saying is people, when you see somebody, before you ever decide that their personality is nice, that whatever attraction is physical. If you most of the time when the first thing you see,
also socialized.
But at the same time, before you ever open your mouth, the first thing you see is that person's physical attributes. And let me be clear, you can be attractive and have a nice body and still be unattractive because you're a bum. I know plenty of people who are physically attractive and they still a bum. You can't apply white supremacy and indoctrination to people's preference.
I definitely can.
Well, damn it, I guess
because when it comes to certain body types, which ones do you think that white supremacists or white people say is not acceptable? Big butts, big lips, big sizes. You ever heard the story of Venus Hottentot?
I mean,
proportions were huge and they were considered to be ginormous for women and black women in period. So what they said is that's freakish. We don't want that. So thin body types, those V cuts and all that, this is what we're gonna consider to be ideal.
I mean, but I don't necessarily feel like that's a white supremacy thing. I think that's a Hollywood thing. I disagree because if you
Hollywood?
All white people don't.
94% of directors are white males.
And that's fine, but at the end of the day, who are they? But at the end of the day, who are they modeling after? When all your Kim Kardashians, all your Kylie Jenners, all of your Jeffree Star for that matter, after black women, the lips, the nose jobs, the hips, the asses, all of it is modeled after white women.
Without being black. That's why.
People are allowed to have a preference, and like I said, as long as you, but because that's what.
Why do you think that way? Why do you feel that way? Do you know what that's rooted in? Do you understand why?
It's rooted in what I do and don't like.
I would like Trae Morris. You're a very intelligent person.
Thank you.
Based on what you told me, I would just challenge you to delve deeper into why you feel I think that way about situations, and just to be mindful of certain things and how you might place them.
That's fair.
That's what I say, because we have to agree to disagree on this situation.
Child.
But these are conversations we like to have on the Hey Mikey show.
Oh, absolutely. I'm always down for a good thought-provoking conversation.
You can have a good time, but conversations like this, no, the thing about it is, we don't have conversations like this because we feel like it's uncomfortable for everybody. We got to start getting more uncomfortable.
I was uncomfortable.
If we ever want to make this world better, we got to start getting more uncomfortable. Dealing with the shit and pulling out through the mud. We got to.
Overall, the interview was fun. It was a great time. It was a great vibe. But like I said, it's always fun when I'm at the Mikey show with Mikey and Carl. So, you know. Make sure, hey, listen, click the link in my bio, download my music, download a t-shirt, subscribe to my OnlyFans, all of that.
All right. Thank you for coming through.
Thank y'all so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Next time on The Way Up Atlanta.
It is my phone. I need a new phone.
Oh,
we an hour late and we still early.
And you still early. At the end of the day, I got some excuses to give.
You asked me to come to the front door with you.
For what?
That's what I remember. To
Why?
go get Marq.
How would I know Marq was there?
I don't know. I wasn't in